Hey everyone, welcome back to Rig Take Stacking. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about, a follow-up on a video that I made previously. It was about a couple of months ago, and it was regarding a $1 million theft involving some silver bullion that was stolen down in Australia. Now, unfortunately, I don't have anywhere near $1 million worth of silver in overall, especially in bars. But one day, crossing my fingers, I'd like to get a stack worth that much. But yes, this is involving some silver bullion that were 5-gram bars. And this was stolen from a truck, and no one knew what happened until it got to Melbourne. It was going from Sydney to Melbourne. I believe it was early December. I'll leave a link to it up here if you want to watch that as well before you see the follow-up to it. But the police in Sydney, I think it was New South Wales was the actual police department. They've released a video showing a person of interest, or at least a vehicle of interest. And it's been a long time. It's been about 4 months. I believe this happened in November, so at least 4 months. And I doubt that any of that silver is still going to be in the form that it was when it was stolen. But maybe they'll be able to catch someone that was involved in it, and maybe he'll get some sort of punishment. But again, they still have to find this person. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump onto the computer now and show you this new update, and it's going to go over the vehicle in question. Okay, so this is the article here. It's on news.com.au. I've never heard of news.com.au before, but I'm using this one because it actually has a video of it. I'll leave a link to some of the other news outlets that are covering the story, like the Daily Mail's talking about it, but they didn't have this video embedded. Or when I tried to play it on here, it wasn't playing. But this one actually did, so that's why I have it on here, because basically all of the text, the actual article part, is basically the exact same stuff on all of the news sites, but this one actually played the video. So it said CCTV footage released a vehicle of interest in $1 million silver bullion heist. And I was going to go down here and play it. You'll see the truck. It's a Land Cruiser, they call it. And it's coming in from the right, and here it goes. So it's going to be there it goes, and it turns right, and then off camera. And that's basically it. It's still got a couple more seconds to go. Yeah, it's still got a bunch to go, but they're only going to show it going in slow motion. So I'm going to stop it right there and go down to some of the pictures they showed. This is an example of what was stolen. These are monster boxes full of 5-kilo bars. And they said something about identifying marks. It would have been nice to actually show one of the bars with those identifying marks instead of just a black monster box. But where is it here? It says NSW, which from the article before, I believe New South Wales Police have released new CCTV vision of vehicle of interest as they ramp up their investigation into the $1 million theft of silver bullion late last year. It's good that they're ramping it up now in March. It says the silver was allegedly stolen from a truck traveling between Sydney and Melbourne from November 26th to the 29th of 2021. With the theft only discovered when the truck arrived in Melbourne. As I said, I did leave a link in the intro there to the initial story. It's very fishy sounding. I'm pretty sure this was like an inside job. I'd be very, very surprised if they turned up any amount of silver. They might get the guy driving that truck, but as far as retrieving any of that silver, I'm pretty sure it's all melted down, probably out of the country. And it's not in this article. I actually went back and looked at the Daily Mail article. They have, what is this? It's a file photo from the New South Wales Police that actually does show a bar with the identifying mark on it. So I threw a picture up of it here. Like I said, it'd be very, very fortunate if they were to be coming across any of these bars that were stolen that are still in their original form. But yes, that is the bar in question. So there you go. They appeal to the public saying, if you have any, where is it here? Going down, it says detectives are urging anyone who may have information about the occupants or movements of this vehicle to come forward immediately. So that goes without saying. And then there's another picture of it here. It's kind of blurry. I'll throw up another picture of what a Land Cruiser looks like. because the bed looks kind of weird here. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like it has like really big side rails or anything like that. So the truck kind of looked confusing. It kind of looked like the stuff sitting on top was sitting on top, like on top of the side rails, not actually in the bed. It was up so high, but it's kind of a weird looking truck. But yeah, and as for the one in question, they can't quite confirm the color because it's just dark, so they can't say if it's black or dark blue, whatever it is. But it's a dark colored Toyota Land Cruiser. So there you go. That's the little bit of an update on that story. I wasn't sure if we were going to hear anything about this because fairly certain they weren't going to be recovering these bars. But at least they might actually have a suspect in this, or it might lead to somebody who they can figure out where the who was behind the theft, and maybe they could be prosecuted or whatever. But as far as that silver, I don't think they'll ever be getting those bars back. That's my best guess. Who knows? They might not have any connections on how to do it. They might not know how to move it, and they could just have like a huge closet full of monster boxes of 5 kilo bars or something like that. So I don't know. Stranger things have happened, but my money is on, if they're going to be stealing $1 million worth of silver, I'm sure they had a plan on what to do with it. And I'd like to see a good result from this. But I'm not betting any of my money or any of my bullion on them finding any of this silver. But, who knows? Like I said, stranger things have happened. So there you go. That is the update. And I do know that there was quite a few people in the first video that were commenting about it. And kind of along the same lines as me, believing that, yeah, this seems a little fishy. This might be an inside job. And it's good that they're actually investigating it, and might potentially have a bit of a lead here. But like I said when I was going through the article, I find it very, very hard to believe that they're going to recover any of this silver in the form that it was stolen. I think those bars have been melted down, and for sure, probably out of the country. Because you don't plan something like this, with that amount of money in silver and then not know what you're going to do with it. Who knows? They might get the guy in this truck. He might get spooked, and he might give up the whole crew, and the whole thing comes tumbling down again. Probably not with any silver in hand, but that'd be interesting to see if anything comes of this lead. I'm not holding my breath, especially with the article where they're talking about ramping up the investigation on this in, March, whereas the thing actually happened in November. That kind of seems like that should have taken place maybe sometime earlier. So this case is apparently ongoing. They are tracking down some leads and investigating stuff. And who knows, this might lead to something more. And if it does, then I will update you on any of the new things in this case. But just like the other video, I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this whole story, because it is pretty interesting. And when I first did the story, I fully expected not to be talking about this again, because I thought, it doesn't really seem like they'll be able to crack this case. But I might be wrong, and hopefully something will come of this story. But anyways, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.